Okay. Well, I think we're normal way now. uh, if you're here, if you found me again, good. Anyway, I guess somehow doing live stuff in the middle of nowhere and trying really hard, and I pushed live right at 5:30, and then it was like we are sideways, and I'm like, no, we can't do sideways because horses are landscape, not portrait. So anyway, I think we've accomplished it. Let's see, we're here. There you go. Thanks, Arizona. Glad you're here. I'm really excited because we got a lot of work done with Luna today, and I just am so excited because we had a very successful week, and now that we had big breakthroughs, we were having like now exponential progress, and it's just at a place where I'm like, yay, we can train the horse. And it's not like oh my gosh, you're a human, you're gonna eat me. It's a little bit of that, of course, but it's less and less and less at a bigger rate. All right, let's see who's here. Enjoy being, yay, Arizona, yay, we're excited. And it's a very strange day out here. It's been kind of like a sunset all day because there's a fire somewhere. I haven't really took a breather up from working with Luna back there all day to really figure out where this fire might be, but the sky is all orange and it had like orange shadows all day. So that was kind of interesting. But anyway, let's go play with Luna. We got everything set up. I think you guys can hear me, so yay! And I'm glad you're here. And let's not delay. All right, so I did not. Usually, I kind of like to write, "Hey, Randy, Rick, Martians are landing." So usually, I like to write up some notes and kind of go at a guideline for these, but we just had too much fun playing and wetting down the arena and stuff. Let me make you guys taller. And it was kind of a shame too because I was like, we are pushing live exactly at live. Okay, we don't need that in the way. All right, so we got all set up. Luna's in here. She ate half of her dinner already, but I do want to flip this around. I want to see this orange glow. Sun. Not that it's important, but it's very interesting. Okay, so here's our Luna. And surrounding the corral we have a bunch of balloons. Not that that's really important, but we're just surrounded by crazy things. And so I'll come break for chat every so often. But you guys are a little far away for me to read at the moment. So, hey, Luna, what's up? What's up? Can you see her? I hope we can see everything. So we're going to approach and... yay, no snarfing. Perfect. And I'm going to grab your halter. Yay. So, what I thought was going to be an interesting thing for Luna to learn is what's known as the 7 games. And so Luna couldn't play these 7 games because it requires me to get up close to the horse and kind of in her space a little bit. But the 7 games is made up by Pat Pirelli, and he came up with the 7 games. I did not learn from any videos or tapes from Pat Pirelli. I learned from a gentleman who taught me the 7 games. So I think it's a variation of the 7 games is what I know and what I want to teach my horse. So she only did this today. We haven't done 7 games any other days because as we were working with her, I think, okay, so Friday, because we go live on Wednesday. So last Friday, I was not able to touch her. Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Either Thursday or Friday. Anyway, one of those days, not too long ago, she does know the curbside, which means she comes over to the fence to pick me up, but she would not present her body next to me. So that's really exciting. So finally, Friday, she barely accomplished that, and then we've just been practicing it every day. And now I can touch all the way down her body. And we still have yet to work to go underneath her tail and lift her tail and pick up her feet, but I want her completely okay with me touching all the way to the floor, everywhere. And today we just barely accomplished me touching her belly, and we put a bridle and a surcingle on her. Ooh, which reminds me. So before we start 7 games, this this is very important. And working with horses and understanding the processes of down regulation and what just sticking your thumb in their mouth, just getting their mouth to open up and not clamp down their jaw is a big deal. Because if they hold their breath and don't breathe, that's showing, they're not really comfortable with the situation. So I know, but I feel like I'm kind of dissecting history a little bit with horsemanship, because I was not exactly taught this knowledge. But understanding that about horses and putting just a basic snaffle bit in their mouth can promote basically the softening of the jaw and licking and chewing. So there's all these people that like to say ultimate goal is bareback and bridleless, and how dare you put a bit in their mouth. But really they're forgetting, they don't understand the science of the importance of putting something in their mouth and how that can help relax the horse actually. So the hard part for a horse is not wearing it, although they do have to get used to it. The hard part is not putting it, the hard part is putting it on because that's the part where it could cause potential pain. So when you're passing the bit through by the teeth. Good girl. So when I put on a bridle for the first time, I just like to undo the side, put the ears over, and then we'll just open up that jaw, boom, it's in. So when I put that in there, we don't want to clank any teeth on the way in or out. And so we didn't clank any teeth. But since this is new for her, I thought what a great timing to put this on her when she's getting used to me being up close and like a crazy predator that could claw her any minute. And so she's really putting up with a lot and all this. So she's raising her head, holding her breath. Oh, now she's opening her mouth because the bit is like, ugh. So when a horse first wears a bridle for the first time where the bit is in their mouth, they do a lot of nom 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 nom. Kind of like figuring out what it is. It feels so weird, blah, 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 blah. So she was doing a lot of that earlier today, which was really, really helpful to me coming in up close to her. So that was the second time we ever put a bridle on her head. And the first time went no different. So that's how I like to get it on there. And she can now lick and chew, lick and chew, lick and chew, just because there's something strange and new inside of her mouth. It's just a piece of metal. This particular snaffle bit is a nice big D-ring snaffle with a, what do you say, like the dog bone in the middle. It's copper, so it's a little bit salivating material in there. So anyway, I think it looks really good on her. So we get the bridle on there, and I think that helps with just doing a lot of the exercises because it helps promote her in a constant state of relaxation. Interesting, huh? Okay, so we did that one. All right, so back to the 7 games. So the first one, let's start from A to Z, huh? So, well, all right, so we got a rope. First thing is we're going to put the rope on her. 1, that was 2, 3, we're going to count to 5, 4, 5. And what's nice is I can be on that side of the horse, and then she puts up with 5 of those. And then we're going to take a little step around. And we'll show you this side. And the reason I like to give her release of always coming up into her space is just when we take a little step around, I'm not always attacking her in her space. And good, that was actually pretty good. She decided to itch her nose on the other side of her body. And this is the softest I've seen her. I think that's 4. Gotta count to 5. 5. On this, with me on this side. Good girl. She kind of took a little deep breath. I think we turned that way before. Let's turn this way. Okay, so I'm just gonna run through everything just to kind of, you know, test where she's at. Are we in frame? I hope so. Just gotta make sure we're parallel to the camera. Okay. Now I'm gonna come on over here and I'm gonna bump the back of her legs. This rope is not very long. I didn't get to doing the rope with the back leg, so I have a lash for that. And then we're adding underneath the belly. So I'm just gonna do a few of these. Good. Good, Noon Team. I think we turn the other way, so let's go this way. Good. Okay, back of the legs. Good. She's a little bit flinchy in her girthy area. It's kind of like she's ticklish, and that's where she's holding the last bit of her tension. So we did a little bit of sacking out in there. And I'll show you what that means. Come on, sweet. So my rope won't reach the back legs, so I'm going to grab a stick over here that has a lash on it. I wish I had one of those carrot stick ones, but we just never got one of those. But I have a nice long like whip thingy. So we can come over here now on this side of the body, and I could probably get touching those back legs even though we haven't yet. I haven't got way down there, and I haven't hung out with her hiney on the ground yet, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be there really soon. But we're going live already, and we had the time we had to go because we weren't doing any of this yesterday. I'm gonna come over here, get to the back legs. So I like to call this coloring in my horse. So you just trace your horse like you're coloring in a coloring book. I'm going to color her all in, head to tail. Good. Okay, so then I'm going to kind of wrap, whoops, kind of don't like these. The reason I'm not going super tough is because I don't like the lash to wrap around her legs, because if she decided she didn't like it and then she gets hobbled by accident, I don't want her to have a problem. So I'm kind of going soft because I don't want it to get stuck around her legs. Okay, good girl. And whoops. We got to get ambidextrous as a horsewoman. I think that's 3 and 4 and 5. Good. She's standing like a statue. This is what we want. Stoic statue horse. Okay. What else we got, Loon? What else? Alright, so the first of the 7 games, that was it. That was what they call friendly game. Since I didn't exactly learn from Pirelli, I kind of renamed it since I work with Mustangs, and I call it the gentle game. So we're just basically making her gentle to all these things. So we're not done yet because I want to make sure I can touch her. Good. I'm going to touch down her leg. She's a little flinchy at the top. And that's 3, 4, and 5. Good girl. Hey, let's come over here and show them this side. Good. Okay. This is the first time I felt safe enough where I didn't have to put a hand on her face because I felt like she might bite, but I'm gonna, maybe she wants it. Okay. 1, 2, I want her head a little towards me. 3, 4, And 5. Good girl. Nice, Lean Mean. Okay, let's come on to this side. Now, another thing I was reminded of today, a phone call from my mentor, Janice Wilson. She just calls me and I'm reminded, oh yeah, let's do more of this. If you put your hands, your fingertips right around the forelock, at the base of the forelock, which is the front hair, right where it grows, and you just kind of stroke there a little bit, that releases some more pleasure hormone, the dopamine. And then also, okay, I'm gonna stand over here where you guys can see. So also, if you stick your finger, you gotta get really intimate with your horses and rub up on the upper gum lip line. So her lip feels like sandpaper. She's like clamping her lip against my thumb. But I'm able to get in here and rub and cup my hand underneath her chin. And I also add a little bit of squish nose. So when I squish her nose, she's got to like relax and feel like mush. She needs to feel like mush. So if we can do all of that, that's very good. And all of that does some relaxation for her. So we were working a lot on that today. And that was really good. And I think that's the first time we did that. So really exciting there. Let's see, what else? Friendly stuff. We could do the curbside. Just come in here and rub a bit down. And we'll see how she's doing over here in this little flanky area, because I want to put the surcingle on her. Whoops. Okay, so let's turn her so you could see the processes. Okay, so she's not that confident in there yet, so I'm gonna just kind of, what I used to call this, like, make jello. I want a jello muscle. Because if she gets nervous, she treats me like I'm a fly. And so horses actually have muscles in their skin. Kind of like we do in our face. And so they have that all over their body. And so if she finds me annoying, she's gonna flinch her skin like I'm a fly. And it's interesting how they can move quite a bit. So I'm just kind of pat, and I want to feel like a jello muscle. So I'm just kind of patting the jiggers out of it. And this is a lot more better than she was. So I'm gonna add some strokes to it. Good girl, because she had the jello. I felt jello muscle, and so it's all right. So I want to be able to reach way down there, because I have to grab the girth on the other side. Good. Okay, let's do other side, jello muscle. Now I didn't do that all over because it wasn't necessary, but then once we get back towards the flank, I'm sure it's going to be necessary again. Good. I want your head over here. So I'm just going to stroke, start with those. And we'll go in for that. It's funny because her, what do you call it? What side is this? This is her right side. Her right side, we haven't spent that much time on, but being on the ground, I'm able to get in on both sides evenly. So it's interesting how she carries the left lessons over to this side pretty well, actually, where she took a little while to learn on the other side. So she's gonna have little jiggers there. Good. Good to me. Good. Okay. Alright, so this is what it looked like all day, pretty much. But we're just running through it a little bit quicker. But we haven't done any of this stuff before today. So this is all new. So I think we're a little out of frame, Looney. Let's go over here. Make sure we're in the square. Really? Okay, come here. Let's go forward a little bit, because this is the side we're going to start with. Over here. And, oh, we were doing the saddle pad and stuff, too. Which we can come back to that. So just like we were doing with the strokes, I'm just going to stroke this. This is a surcingle. So a surcingle is just like a giant belt for a horse. And it has all these jangly things. And I actually have a lot of extra clips on here because I was attaching a GoPro to it once upon a time for live streams. So it's quite jangly, which is nice. We'll use it for her ability to get over all this stuff. Good girl. Okay, so we're going to come in there again. And she's okay. We toss it over. Good. She has this beautiful mane. Want to make sure it's out of the way. Good girl. Interesting how much nice loose rope here. Okay, so I'm going to gather it up again. And I'm putting my hand on the halter with my knuckles facing her face. So that way, if she did decide it was too much and she wanted to come in towards me, I could push her away. Good girl, Mimi. And before, when I taught her all this, I didn't just straight put this on her. I walked around with it and stuff first without it attached, and then if it would fall off of her, fine. All that kind of stuff. Good girl. Good Minion. And so I thought she was a chunky monkey, which she kind of is. But I have to make sure it fits her really good. Okay, so this is pretty much how the first time cinching it on her went. Not any different than that. If we would have done that maybe a few days ago or a week ago, we would have had an explosion. But when you really go thorough and just take just enough time where you know it feels, you know, if you feel like it's going to be an explosion, it will be. If you don't feel like it will be, it won't. It's kind of my thing. Okay. Okay, so that's nice and tight over there, and we don't want it slipping. Come here. So I'm fixing it on this side. I'll turn her around so I could show you, because it's not quite forward. Are we still in frame? I think we're out. Are we here? So much for that. We're in a little box to work in here. Good. Now we did do the 7 games. That was the best turn I've ever seen her. We did do it before. Yeah. So she's still a little bit like, oh my gosh, on this side, but I'm not going to play into her drama anymore. We're over that, Luna. We're over it. We're over it. Good girl. Good. All right, so she's wearing her surcingle. I feel like I could easily get a saddle on her, but no rush. She's actually done a lot of stuff today. A lot in all these days. She got a bridle on. She got a surcingle on. She's letting me catch her the most. In fact, the entire time we were working together today, I was wetting down this arena, so she had a sprinkler going the entire time. And she's surrounded by balloons, which is brand new. So there's a lot of good stuff. And it's like a sunset day with a fire going. Goodness, girl. And yeah, so lots of progress. Let's see, we didn't do any flexes or anything with the bridle yet, but we'll just go over. All right, let's take this off. How about let's move you out wearing that surcingle so we could see you working with the surcingle. Get my flag. Okay. So we're gonna free lunge her here. And this is nice because this is the first time the footing got really nice and there's no sprinkler in here. And we just put up this round pen. Oh yeah, that's another deal. So here's our wild Mustang wearing a surcingle for the second time in her life. Right here. Ooh. Good girl. Did we stop in frame? in this turn. So if you're going to adopt this horse, anybody, I recommend some, oh, that black bridle looks really nice on her. Move out, move out. Now, because the footing wasn't very good, I haven't loped her in here. So I think another couple days we'll get the footing, come on, get out there. Nice where I can move up her speed. And then, ooh. And so what I like to do is work with going from walk to trot, from walk to trot, and then a stop and a turn. Good. It's not crowding, girl. Good girl. No crowding. Get over there. She's got all kinds of balloons on that side. Let's see if I can stop her where you guys see her. Ooh. Oops. Get over there. Ooh. Good girl. Are we all parallel? So this is her free lunging and wearing all her new stuff. Good. She's not super relaxed. Her head is up a bit, but that ear is locked in on me. Even though there's a million things outside of this pen, like 6 mylar balloons, some heart-shaped, diamond-shaped. There's some right next to you can't see. There's stars, and there's silver and red and pink and all this stuff. Whatever. Whatever. She's locked in. Okay. That's whoa. Perfect. Nice. Good, Miss Moon. Yay, Luna. So on this side, I like to wait for a little lick and chew. There it is. Just because it's a little harder for her to come down from the excitement on this side, I notice it takes just a tad longer to get that chemical release. So, but I waited earlier and then, yay, it happened really quick right there. All right, so we did enough of the lunging. All right, come on in. Okay, flag bag. What else do we know, Luna? What else? How about while she's wearing the surcingle, we can throw a pad on her? First time I walked up to her with holding a pad and catching her, so she snarfed. So when I worked her today, we did the same thing like I did with my hand with the pad. So we get in on this side. I'm going to start with her not so good side. So just rub head to tail, head to tail. Head, oops. Keep your attention here, girl. Good. I think she felt that go on the surcingle. It was a little strange. All right, good girl. There we go. Nice turn. Okay, check it out. Good. I'm just gonna toss it on you. Because this show is about showing progress. A little bit of working through it, but mostly about this is where we're at today. She got lots of lick and chew. Lick and chew, lick and chew. Okay, so we'll walk around a little bit with that. Yeah, let's do some circle. Good. First time she's moved out with the pad on her, actually. It's gonna fall, which I like to have happen. I was tossing this pad under, over, and stuff over around her. Good girl. Okay, Noon. Let's do other side. Now, because this round pen is nice and new and it's exciting and it's round, I'm getting a lot quicker progress with her. It's a 40-foot round pen, and it really makes the geometry a lot easier to work with, because the corral I had over there, it's a lot bigger, but it's very awkward shaped. It's not round at all. So it's really exciting to get this new corral just in time to get some good progress with Luna. And it's nice because she doesn't live in this corral, so and it's kind of a new place, so she doesn't have her old habits in her old environment. Yay! She's growing up and moving out. Yeah. Good girl. And she loves to stomp on her pad. She thinks it's the place to be now. She got a big dopamine right there. Yay, Luna! We're so excited. Now it's funny because I do these updates and then like literally the same night we get more progress and everything. So I expect a lot of big stuff this week. So it's going to be really exciting how it moves forward. Alright, so we did that. What else we doing? Oh yeah, the 7 games. So let's get that single off of you. Yeah, the dirt's really coming along nicely in here. It was really bad. The sand was so deep that her foot was all the way missing. It sunk all the way through. Good girl. Okay, I'm going to come back in here and get that jello muscle with some pats. They would call this sacking out. I call it jello muscle. Okay. Good, Toonie. Ta-da. No problem. No problem. Alright, let's just leave you here. There you go. Okay, so 7 games. A lot of that was kind of like friendly game, and we did some circle game, and we did a little bit of disengage, but I'm going to go through the processes in order to teach the horse. So there is a method of escalation. So if you know horses and you're working with someone, you can pick up on this. Cool. Okay, so it's been a lot of ashes in the air, so I'm a little like okay, so let's start with this side since we're facing over here. So the first game we did friendly game. We pretty much touch her over with sticks, pads, singles, pat her down, everything, just, and rubbed her mouth and rubbed her forelock, and we did all this stuff to her. So basically what friendly game or gentle game means is I got stuff that can hurt you, but I'm not going to hurt you. So it's kind of like the contract you sign between you and your horse. So you can put anything over, under, behind, and all that without causing fear or pain. And that goes back to the John Rary method. So, alright, so the next game is called the porcupine game. And that's basically getting your horse to yield to pressure. You can do this all over in many different ways, but I'm just going to focus on moving the hindquarters and moving the shoulders. And so we're just going to go for 4 escalations with that, which has been really helpful for her and helpful for me to get next to her. So what we want to do is get into this catch position. I'm going to prepare my rope so when I need my rope, it's right there. Because if it gets too long and she gets away from me and then throws a kick at me, I can't bring her head back towards me, so I'm safe. Okay, so I get into this position. I put one hand up here, kind of at the base of the neck, and then one up here. And so everything is friendly game. I'll let that truck pass. So everything's friendly game, start to stop. So basically you just rub, and then coming over here where you put your leg on, you want to touch, horse not moving, push a little bit, horse not moving, lift your rope, horse not moving, pull your rope. And what you're looking for is that back end to move over. I'm gonna give a, there we go. Sorry, I should have kissed the start. So I'm waiting for her back leg to cross over in front. Almost, almost. Almost. So she's kind of sidestepping. She almost did it. You were doing it so good earlier. Are you just relaxed now? There we go. Good. Good. Okay. So as soon as she does the thing, we just do a little rub. Good girl, and stop. Okay. Rub to start. Touch. Just touch yourself. Push the skin. Lift the rope. Pull the rope. Good. Oops. Okay, I'm going to reward it because she almost did it. I actually released when I shouldn't have, but my fault. Okay, rub, touch, push, lift, pull. And so I'm only escalating because she didn't go off of it with the rub, with touch, push. So I want her to go off of touch, right? So the ultimate goal is to just touch her and she moves. That's yielding to pressure, and I'm not doing a very tough touch or anything. I'm just first is just touch, and then a little push, just a little bit, about skin deep, and then I want her to go off of that much. If she's not going off of that much, then I'm going to manipulate her body around by lifting and pulling on the rope. So there's 4 phases. So we'll see if she gets it this time. I think we do 3 times each side. Okay, touch, push, lift, pull. And I do it quick because I don't want her to be like, touch, she didn't do anything. It's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So she knows it's coming up quick and she better move. All right. That last one was nice, Luna. I think I got coordinated because I was trying to coordinate my mouth to you guys and my movements. Okay. Thing is, it's all about making her relax at this point. Okay. Touch, push, lift, pull. Good. So she crossed over with the hind feet. So I just do a couple strokes and I'm going to go rub to start. And then touch. She's tickly. She's trying to move. Push, lift. She's kind of thinking about it. Pull. So I don't escalate. If she was going to make it answer. Okay, good. Okay, rub, touch, push, lift. She went off a lift. Didn't have to pull. So I'm waiting for that hind end to cross over, pull, because she stopped. There. Good girl, sweetie. That is looking really pretty up there. It's like a sunset in the middle of the day. Okay. How many was that? Was that 2 or 3? All right, we'll leave it at that. We don't want to make everybody bored. Okay, so that's moving the hind end of the horse. So next we're going to move the front end. This one she had trouble with. And I don't know how Pirelli exactly teaches it, but here's what I do. So I'm just going to touch, I just kind of put my hand right around her knot on the halter. So that way I can push her away. So I'm just going to also grab the point of her shoulder right here. And I'm standing right here by this neck. So I want her to cross over her front feet. So she's going to step over and cross in front. Okay? So I just do rub, touch, and then push. There's no pull. Ah, good girl. And then rub to stop. And then good girl. And start again. We go rub, touch, push. Good. Okay. You are surprising me. Okay, rub, touch, push. And I like to say it to my horse because I think it helps her understand there's a systematic feel to my words, if that makes any sense. So it goes like, it sounds like 1, 2, 3. Big sigh. And then she can feel what I'm doing to her. 1, 2, 3, if that makes any sense. Okay, are we still in frame? All right, so this side was a little bit hard for her. And so we're gonna do rub, touch, and then push. And I push my, ooh, wow, good girl. Whoa. And then I rub her to a stop. So she stops, good. Rub to a start, touch, push. And I'm just kind of hooking my hand around her shoulder. And she didn't, good. She wasn't set up for success on that step because her inside leg was out farther. One more. Rub, touch, push. Good. Good. And she was straighter and straighter on that one. When I started, I had to bend her whole head around so she would finally tip over and turn. Okay. That was good. That was good, Luna. Okay, so that's game 2. Porcupine game. Now, I didn't do front end driving game. That's what they call it. I actually call porcupine game cactus game because I feel like you're standing like a cactus. Anyway, so driving game. We're just going to work on the hind end. We didn't get to the front end today. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is look at the foot like I'm going to eat it, which is called lead. Lift the rope, swing the rope, touch with the rope. Good. So same thing. I just want her to cross her hind legs over and do the disengage. So she should go off of lead. So when I step over and look at her hind end, she should be moving. Not moving lifting, not moving swinging. Guessing. Okay, not tapping. Good girl. Good. And we're going to do one more. So lead, lift, swing. She was going off a swing. Good girl. Very good. And then it was rub. Friendly game in between everything. Good girl. Now it's fun because I would have loved to do these little fun 7 games because it helps me get close to my horse and just develop a communication and a little bit of a language and a body language. Okay. Ready? Same thing. Lead, lift, swing. She's doing off the swing. Good girl. And rub. Rub to stop. Good girl. Very nice, Luna. Okay, ready? Lead, lift, swing. I'm going to wait till the hiney crosses over. As long as she's guessing, I'm not escalating, so I'm not hitting her. Just swinging. Good girl. I think that was 3 times. Good. And then this one we did before. I don't know if we went off screen for that. I apologize. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so are we okay, we're too far now. Well, this one she'll come back into it because we need to do game 4. So that was game 3. We didn't do the front end. We know that. But game 4 is called yo-yo game. So that's basically you're going to wiggle your rope and she's going to go backwards. And then you bring your rope in and she comes forward. Like a yo-yo. All right, ready? So first we start with finger, wrist. Ooh, she went back off her wrist. Good. I'm just going to maintain that till she makes this whole rope straight. And if she stops, I'm going to escalate with swinging my whole arm. And I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to get crazy. And I want her to make this whole rope straight. Okay, good enough. It's a very short rope. I think it's 10 feet. I'm trying really hard to see how it looks over there. Okay, here I am. Okay, so we're going to bring her back. Now that was a lot better than yesterday and this morning. So could be quicker, better, faster, but we're moving in the right direction. Yay, good girl. Okay, what's next? Oh, game 5. We did some of those already. So game 5 is called circle game, and it's basically getting your horse to move off into a direction in a circle shape around you. So like yo-yo game was a straight line. That's a 180 type thing. And this is a 360 type thing. Get. Good, good. So this is good because we want her working far away from me and close in, far away and close in. Good. And this is to kind of help them get focused, change direction, move it off. Good. Much better than last week. I think the round pen really helps. And it's important to stay in a 45-degree angle behind your horse's shoulder. I'm going to change. Good. And the more we do this, because right now she's feeling a little bit threatened. So she's kind of snarfy. She almost kind of wants to run in at me, but we are working, we are being professional, so good. Meaning we are having an understanding. And turn. Good girl. Oops. There we go. Pretty good. So I have to say there is something to the 7 games because we weren't this good before the day started, and I think that's about what we did. So it's game 5, but there's 2 more games. We're not good at sideways yet because we have to get good at game 3. So we can't do sideways games. So game 6 and 7 kind of go together, but we're gonna do game. I don't know which one is which. Which one's 6 or 7? I think the squeeze game is last. So sideways would be she goes sideways along the fence line to start or anywhere, but she needs to learn her laterals. But we need to get really good at game 3, which is the driving game. So she has to move off her shoulder, off of, yielding to pressure by me waving the the rope at her. But she's confused right now with that one, so we're not on that one yet. But we can do the squeeze game really good, which we practically did in circle game. So it's really interesting. I think, well, I'm going to make sure I'm still in frame over here, but we were doing it over here where there's little balloons, and it made a really good squeeze. So basically she has to figure out how to go forward and pass between me and the fence, change direction, and go again, other way. Good. And just send her through. And then the point of this one is to make my make myself really close to that fence, so she's having to go between that fence and me like a really narrow. So right here, I think we're about 6 feet. I think it's 6 feet. So she's good with 6 feet today. And it's nice that she's not rushing through it, because she could be running through that and going, oh my gosh. She has just enough energy to get through it. But yeah, so I hope you guys could see that way over there. Maybe I could do it here. Would this help? Let's try it over here. Okay, let's go this way. Good, that was nice, a little sideways. Good. And then turn. Change. She gets a little stuck over there. There we go. Very good, Luna. Very good. Since we're over here, we haven't done this yet. Back to our curbside to show where she's changed from last week. Hi. Oh yeah, we put it through here. It makes sense to her. Good. And yesterday I was getting on her and stuff, and good. So I made sure we don't have any balloons over here because it wasn't helping earlier. Good. Good girl. Great. We actually didn't practice this one today. Good. Good girl. Good. As time goes on, she'll get less dramatic. Good girl. So this took a long time for a couple days. And when I started, we were brushing myself and then airbrushing the horse. And I'm trying to come up here. She doesn't like the ear area when I'm above. Down below, she's not so worried. But and we're trying to touch all the way back in. I haven't done this today yet, where we kind of pushed on her a little bit. Good girl. So I'm gonna have both legs over here and push my bum. Good girl. Okay, come a little closer. Good girl. So not we gotta do it 3 times. Good. And I just saw that my phone is low battery. But it wasn't charging for some reason with the thing. 3, 4. So we gotta speed this up. I don't know how long it's been. I think that was all the games. We did all this stuff anyway. There's one more thing we didn't do. Oh no. Did we freeze there for a second? It was like frozen, and then, hey, Philbilly, Arizona, Philbilly, you're donating lemons. It's not D-Live. Okay. But go ahead. All right, so there's one thing we didn't do. Now that I'm over here, I'm gonna check on chat. Hey, Robin, how you doing? So how did that look over there? It looked pretty good. I love my new round pin. Okay, so we did all that curbside stuff. Did it freeze that last little bit? Because I did a couple sits on her. Okay, so I'm going to spin you guys around because my phone's going to die. But we're going to come out that gate. And so I'm just going to show you one last thing that she does. And she does it really, really good. So I think that's a lot, so if I forget anything, well, come on, Teeny. Okay, we gotta rescue our fans over here. Okay. Okay, we got fans. Come on, Luna. Whoops. All right, grand finale. She does this so well. I'm so excited. And we're going to turn you around. We are at the horse trailer. There we go. And so she's going to do this really good. All right, let me check your chat again. Great progress, great presentation. When do you show us the wild horse? I know, right? Oh yeah, it froze. Okay. All right, let's see. Miss Luna. Oh, she's still wearing her bridle. It actually goes over here at the trailer anyway. So let's take off her bridle. So, can you guys see how that will come off? Come here. Let's go over here a little bit. Luna. She's all trained out. She's falling asleep. All right, throat latch. Good girl. Okay, this one, so we're going to see how it just nicely comes out. Good girl. And then you got to come here. There you go. Yeah. Very nice. In case anybody out there has problems bitting their horse, that's how you do it. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to put this long rope on her so we don't... Now she did self-load earlier, and I put the rope over her back, but then I was like, wait a minute, how do we get you out? Because I'm not in a place where she feels comfortable with me behind her back end yet, so it would be nice if I could go in there and tug on her tail and she'll back out. But I'm going to weave this rope through before she wants to climb in, because she just hops right in here. Yikes! Wait, girl! Wait! See, I'm not lying, she just kind of comes right in. Okay, back up. So yesterday we did a bunch of front end, in, and back up, so that way she got used to a step and having a cue. Alright, so let's just send her in. Oh, okay. I didn't do anything! Hi, Luna! I'm gonna pull the rope through a little bit. There we go. You actually got food in there, if you want it. Okay, she's not tied, but there she goes. Beach Explorer coming soon. I think so. I think it's going to be a good sunset tonight. Think we should go to the beach? What do you think, Luna? Beach? I think so. There's food in there, sweets. She's just standing there quietly. She doesn't even care about food. Did you find it? It's in there. I want to see if she'll get comfortable enough to find her food, because it's like a black bag hanging in the corner. Plus I can be back here a bit, and where it's kind of behind her rear end. Good girl. Okay, she went forward. Her face is in the food bowl. She's eating. Let's see, can we get a little better view for you guys? There you go. So I don't think it's funny because, wow, cool, just went right in. Yep. Okay, so that's our grand finale. If my stream ends, my phone died. I think it'll give me another warning because it was at the 20% and it doesn't want it at 10%. Oh, we got one more little thing that we do. Now it's nice I can just throw the rope at her and she just comes out. It's just a thing. It just happened. Good girl. Okay, one more thing we have over here. There we go. Noodles. Noodles. Good girl. So whether we've been riding for 30 days or not, we did do a lot of... Wait, that was cheating. We did do a lot of working on partnership, regardless of the riding. Good girl. No cheating. There you are. Yay! She does that better than some horses I've seen go down the road with riders and have trails and shows and everything. Dee Dee. Dee Dee's mom, she's here just making great progress. Yay! So I'm feeling good because I feel like we can have adventures now. And she's my partner, and she actually did kind of get loose earlier. We didn't know how to come out of the trailer, and she backed out real fast, and then I lost the rope, and she just stood there. So should we see her go in one more time? She can eat her dinner in there. Okay. Come on, Nini. Wait a minute. Am I going to get past you? Is this going to be okay? I don't know. Now see, I don't teach the trailer loading. Whoops, stay in here. You can eat your dinner. Sweet. Until I know I can be in a close proximity with the horse inside a little box. That was cool. Good girl. Alright, we ready to go? Good girl. Good girl, Luna. Now yesterday she was moving clear to the other side. She didn't even move yet. Good girl. Okay, we're going to the beach. See you there. Let me bring you guys a little smaller. Hi. There we are. Yep, next stop to the beach. Everybody remember to hit that like button for the video. Yes. Okay, so now that we're going to head to the beach. I'm not sure yet, but soon. I might do another little live sooner than our weekly update if we do that. So look out for that, guys. And so yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video, because this horse needs a home at the end of 100 days, and that is going to be at the end of October, early November. This horse is going to go to auction. So share it out, because she needs the best home on the planet. She is like the best horse, and I'm just so happy with her. And finally, once we got over that little hurdle of like, can I touch you? You're okay. It's just like awesome. She's really awesome. So even where she's at right now, if you like working with horses, she's a really good horse. But we're not done yet. We got lots of days. It's only day 30. It's only been 4 weeks. We still got lots of stuff to do. She's not even moving a muscle in there. So yeah, we will see you around. It's like magic for real. And yeah, easy peasy. Yes, we'll see you next time. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. And bon voyage, Luna. I can't wait till next week. I can't wait to see how the progress is going to go. It's going to surprise me, maybe surprise you. It's going to surprise her. Who knows? So anyways, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Luna and I say goodbye.